You know, your experience of Detroit probably isn't all that different from mine. The main thing you do when you get to be, say, 18 or 19 is to figure out where else to go. As you heard in that early poem I read, when I saw Jersey Joe Walcott, I tried Chicago. And that was in 1945 or 6. And Chicago was just Detroit with a big lake at the time. But Chicago is actually still there, and the lake is still there. And then the thing was New York. And New York was in no way Detroit with an ocean. It was New York. And so every chance I got, I drove here. And sometimes I drove other people's cars. I didn't have one of my own. I know I was in Detroit and didn't have my own car. I couldn't vote without a car. This is called Philosophy Lesson. After driving all night, I stopped for coffee and eggs in a diner halfway to New York City. The waitress behind the counter looked up from her magazine and said, "Look who's here," clapped her hands together and broke into a huge smile. "Have I been here before?" I asked. "Beats the shit out of me," she said, and put a glass of cloudy water in front of me. "What'll it be?" One more was closing down in Asia, to be followed by another. No longer a kid, I wondered, who was I that a gray-haired woman up all night in a roadside hole would greet me like a star? "What do you think of Sartre and the existentialists?" I asked. "We get the eggs fresh from down the road. My old man bakes the bread and sweet rolls. It's all good. It's not often you get the perfect answer to such a profound question." On the way back to the truck, I listened to the pebbles crunching under my wingtips, watched two huge crows watching me from a sad maple, smelled the fishy air blowing in from Lake Erie, and thought, some things are too good to be true.